Break the huddle, football fans. Another Wednesday in Studio A means another Game of the Week chat. I'm your host, Nathan Takitch, alongside MVL reporter Megan Stamper, ready to break down the game of the year in the MVL. It's Maysville at Tri Valley. Basically, for all the marbles, the winner of this one gets at least a split of first place, probably first place. Really, both of these teams have had incredible seasons. 8-0 coming into Week 9. What has made these teams so dominant?
Well, you know, this MVL matchup is super highly anticipated. Both offenses have been on a tear this season. Maysville's been averaging 41 points per game, Tri Valley 48. And it's just these two left battling out for the top. Sheridan looked like a contender in the beginning of the season, but they dropped both their matches to the Scotties and the Panthers, so it's just leaving these two teams left to battle it out at the top.
Some really awesome guys on both sides of the ball for both of these teams. It should be a really exciting game. You mentioned the offense. Tri Valley just a tick better than Maysville in the average points per game. What is it that makes this Tri Valley offense click so much? What makes them so lethal?
Well, Tri Valley's offense is so good because they've returned a bunch of seniors that have played together for a long time. It starts with senior quarterback Brock Fargus and his favorite wide receivers, Hunter Moeller and Logan Hiddle. And in the running game, they have running back Logan Bash and Bubby Scott. And their offensive line is huge, and they make holes for Bubby Scott and Logan Bash all the time.
Well, I know that Maysville has a pretty good offense too, full of stars. What about them? Who are the key players on the Maysville sideline? Yeah,
Maysville, just like Tri Valley, has returned some players from last year that were key for them to be successful. Wide receiver Cougar Clark, running back Chase Roberts, those are two key players for Maysville. And senior quarterback Jacob Miller has done a really good job taking the leadership role of this team, and he's been able, even when he hasn't been on his A game, he's been able to lead the team to victory.
Well, there might be 100 points scored in this one. A lot of offense, it seems like. Obviously good defenses too. Both schools have a lot of athleticism, so we'll see that play this week. What are the keys to victory for both of these teams? Is it just whoever stops the ball most?
Pretty much. You know, for Maysville, if they want to knock off Tri Valley and take control of the conference, they're going to have to bring their defensive A game. Tri Valley's offense is no easy task to control, and they're going to have to pressure quarterback Brock Fargus all night if they keep him off balance, and stack the box if they want to stop that dominant running game. For Tri Valley, mainly for them, it's going to be to get Maysville to turn the ball over and get the ball back in Brock Fargus's hands. I think if Tri Valley's offense is on the field long enough and wears down the Maysville defense, Brock Fargus will be able to make some noise out there.
That scoreboard guy might need to, he might need a day off on Saturday after the game. He's going to be punching the touchdown button a lot. Now, Megan, previews are great, but now it's time for predictions. They're even better. I need a winner of this game and a final score for you.
I have to go with Tri Valley on this one. I think their offense is just too much for the Maysville defense to handle, and I think the Tri Valley defense is going to be too much for the Maysville offense. I'm going to say 38-31 Tri Valley. It will be a tough one, and it'll go down to the final wire, I think. But I say Tri Valley walks away with the win on their senior night.
Do you think double overtime like that Maysville-Sheridan game a few weeks ago?
Maybe, but Maysville is facing a tougher Tri Valley D, so I think their defense will be able to keep it in regulation.
If it goes to double overtime, that might be the craziest time for us at Gridiron Glory. Great game last time. Hopefully it'll be just as good this week. Thanks a lot, Megan. And if you want to check out that game and plenty of our other action, check us out on Friday night at 11:30 at WOUB for another episode of Gridiron Glory. But until then, you can always check us out on the web as well at Facebook and Twitter at Gridiron Glory, and on Instagram at WOUB Sports. And don't be afraid to click our website, woub.org/sports/gridiron is where you can get your best area football coverage during the week. But until Friday night, I'm Nathan Takitch with Megan Stamper inside Studio A, reminding you there's nothing better than Friday nights and Gridiron Glory.